Good morning. What morning is it? It's Thursday morning. Well, let me just move my orchid plant out of the way a little bit. There we go. Um, yes, I have to choose a different spot to rest my phone when I do these videos now because the sun is changing. We are getting more sunlight. It's coming in at a different angle. And at the same time, even though I'm doing these videos at the same time, the light is that much stronger, and that's all positive, positive, positive stuff. So welcome to Thursday. I love seeing the sunshine. I had another 5-minute ice cold shower today. That explains this big grin on my face. I am getting so pumped for going in the pond in February. This is going to be epic. And I wanted to talk to you a little bit about something that was asked of me yesterday that I have been trying to communicate over the last few months, probably. And I've heard the same message today in different ways. So to me, that means it's something that I need to share with you. And it comes from Unleash Your Strengths, it comes from Facebook, it comes from fellow healers. And that is, we can do anything, we can achieve anything, but we don't have to do it in one quantum leap. It does not have to happen overnight. Many times we are looking for changes in our life for something that has been happening and changing and evolving over a period of time, whether it's days or weeks or months, or in the case of what's happening globally, almost a whole year. So these things have all been happening over a long period of time. And when we want to see progress, you don't have to do it all at once, just little steps, baby steps. Eddie Villa always says, you don't have to get the home runs, you just need those base hits. My daughter Natalie shared a picture with me of a ladder, and the ladder had a base, and the top of the ladder was somewhere, and they had two ladders. And one ladder had rungs that had great big steps. You really had to reach up to the next rung, to the next rung, to the next rung. Good morning, Jackie. I'm just giving this ladder analogy. You can have two ladders starting at the same place, ending up at the same place. And the first ladder has giant rungs. And it's going to take a lot of effort to get up to that first one, and it's going to take a lot of effort to get up to that next one, and so on and so on. And somebody's really struggling to climb up this ladder to get to that spot. And the other ladder has rungs that are very close to each other. Baby steps, baby steps. And the people are just going up there like nothing. They're still getting to the same place, they're just taking smaller steps. Much easier. We don't always see that. We are taught to, we often hear, reach for the stars and go for those big lofty goals. And yeah, but you can still get to that same place with baby steps. I had a friend ask me yesterday, so for those of you who caught it, I did a live cooking demo from our kitchen. I made some Thai coconut soup, and it was delicious. If you go onto Epicure Farm Girl, you can watch the replay. But afterwards, and I was taking orders for anybody who's wanting to place an order this week, and my friend said, like, where do you get your energy? And I answered her, and I said, by doing all the baby steps. Everything I talk about, I look after my body, my mind, and my spirit, and it didn't happen overnight. I take daily supplements. I use my oils every morning, all over my body, in my body, and that looks after my physical body. I move my body. I've been doing this breath work that really makes me feel alive. The breath work is really good for just calming down and and the meditation's just kind of finding my Zen zone. But the cold showers really stimulate your body and get the endorphins going. And yeah, really, really cool. Cool, no pun intended. And as far as my mind goes, the meditations and learning how to deal with stress, using my oils again to deal with the stress, that makes it a lot easier for me to do things. And then just that spiritual connection. It can be achieved by something as simple as spending time in nature. That's the greatest way to ground and to really see the majesty and the beauty of everything that is outside. And then to realize that we all have a place in that. We are all part of this majestic beauty that's out there. Good morning, Francis. So how do I get to feeling like this? This is why I've created my Embrace Your Life community. Girls, if you're still not there, I'd love to have you with us. And I have lots of different groups in there. You can choose where you want to focus. If you want to work on your Zen stuff, getting some meditations and just listening to calming music and finding a way to stay calm, then you can just choose that group. If you want to learn more about essential oils, there's an open page called All About Oils where you can just get some education. For anybody who does get a doTERRA membership and join my team, we have this fantastic support team that's private. You can check that out as well. But I also have a group called Move It, so I'm encouraging people to get outside, get moving your bodies, all those things. And I have a eating vibrantly, I think is what I've called it. So focusing on diet and eating proper and healthy. So all of those little baby steps, just choose one area that you want to focus on. You don't have to become superwoman in 1 week or 1 weekend or 1 day. Just one step at a time. Choose one area and work on that. What's more important to you right now? And another thing that I read this morning that was very insightful is that we can change and improve one little step at a time, and we can also be influenced one little step at a time. And a friend of mine who is a horsewoman, her name is Alana, and she was talking about a technique called ground tying that you do with livestock, with her horses, and you tether a horse to a plastic chair. And you would start out by tethering it to a fence, so it's definitely not something that they can detach themselves from and go off. But you then start practicing tethering this horse to a chair. And if the horse does drag the chair around, you bring them back, you tether them back. And they soon learn that if they want to the rule is that you have to be stuck to this chair. And after a time, it will always stay tethered to that chair, even though it's a flimsy little plastic chair that you get at the dollar store. And it will just always do what it's told because it went through that process of learning that. And I think that's a lot of what we're seeing right now, through little baby steps, little things that have been suggested to us. Some of them are being mandated. I think that there's a lot of stuff happening right now in the global world that, especially in the US, I heard some ridiculous things there. And no judgment, guys. I know there's Americans watching. Little steps. I think it's so important when you're taking little steps, you sometimes are so focused, you lose track of maybe where you've been, where you're going. And little steps can also be used to get us to do things that aren't really in our best interest. So extrapolate this how you want. But I do know that when I am feeling like this, when I'm feeling vibrant, I am less likely to do the little steps that don't make any sense to me. I know that's just a dollar store plastic chair, and I am free to leave anytime I want. That little chair is not going to hold me down. Yeah, kind of cryptic message this morning, but you know what I mean. So vibrant, yeah, live vibrantly. Enjoy life. This is why we're here. We are part of something so magnificent. And every day we get to show up. This morning I shared that every day is a new day. It's a new adventure. You can learn new things. You can achieve new things. You can choose to leave things behind. You can choose to reach for new things. You can throw at that ladder with those big giant rungs and just go to those little rungs that are so much easier to climb up. Again, you don't need to have those huge base hits, those home runs. All you need, you don't need to have the home runs. You just need to have those little base hits just every day. With me, I've done 5 months. Today was day 151 of a meditation every day. And, if I'd been told, okay, I'm going to try to meditate for 5 months, I don't know if I would have done that, but I thought, okay, I'll do it today and I'll do it tomorrow. And I made that commitment. And before you know it, you've done this. It's how I've released all this weight. It's how I have become more tolerant of the cold. It's how I've been able to hold my breath for 2.5 minutes now, just by baby steps, 30 seconds at a time, 1 minute at a time in the cold shower, all of those little baby steps. So challenge for today. I really want you to think about what you want to improve, what needs to be more vibrant in your life, and baby steps. Let me know if I can help. There's the food, there's the like Epicure, there's the essential oils, there's Reiki training, there's all these things. Whatever resonates with you, if I've ever said anything that really tweaks your interest, reach out, join Embrace Your Life, and I'm here for you. Love you all. Have a wonderful, terrific Thursday. Bye.